Here's the rule for using commas with interrupters. Use commas to set off elements that interrupt a sentence.
What's an interrupter?
I'll show you. Read this sentence.
Please stop scratching those fleas.
Now add a name at the beginning to show who is doing all that scratching.
That would be Muggs. Muggs, please stop scratching those fleas.
Good. In this sentence, Muggs is the one being addressed directly. Notice how you said that. Muggs, pause, please stop scratching those fleas. You paused before getting to the main point. You can show that interruption by placing a comma where you want the reader to pause.
Are interrupters only at the beginning of a sentence?
No, they can be in the middle of a sentence too. Can you think of an interrupter that could go in the middle?
In the middle. Muggs has, without a doubt, more fleas than any dog on the planet.
Good. The expression, without a doubt, briefly interrupts the main idea, and we signal that interruption with commas.
Muggs has, comma, without a doubt, comma, more fleas than any dog on the planet.
Great. Be careful, though. Don't fall into these traps. Sometimes the entire meaning of a sentence shifts depending on how you treat an interrupter. Look at these sentences.
Mary, comma, said Terry, comma, was teasing Muggs. So Terry is accusing Mary of teasing Muggs. Mary said Terry was teasing Muggs. Mary is accusing Terry of teasing Muggs. The comma makes a big difference.
They do, don't they? They change the entire meaning. Here, punctuation is crucial. It determines how we read your sentence and who is teasing Muggs. In other cases, the interruption is so minor that you may not want the reader to pause. If there's no chance your sentence will be misunderstood, what's right or wrong depends on how you want someone to read your sentence. Read these two sentences.
Muggs has, I think, more fleas than any dog on the planet. I think Muggs has more fleas than any dog on the planet. I'd keep the commas in the first example, but when you move I think to the front, I wouldn't use commas because the interruption is minor and doesn't change the meaning of the sentence.
Those are good decisions. Now, let's look at some sentences with contrasting expressions introduced by yet or not. Contrasting expressions are set off by commas. Let's look at this sentence with yet another type of interrupter called an appositive.
Your dog, a pit bull, always makes a mess when I feed him.
An appositive is a word or phrase placed next to a noun in order to identify or explain it. Because an appositive interrupts your sentence, set it off with commas. If you read it like this, your reader will be scratching his head, not because he has fleas, but because it's confusing. Your dog, a pit bull, always makes a mess when I feed him. Can you help me with this?
Your dog, comma, a pit bull, comma, always makes a mess when I feed him.
Yes. So remember,
use commas to set off elements that interrupt a sentence.